Chalo, let's go ahead and now revise the next chapter. The next chapter is classification of goods. What do you mean by classification, everyone? Classification means going ahead and finding your correct HSN code of the imported or exported goods in the custom tariff act. Baba, when you go to the custom tariff act, you have the first schedule which gives you import duty rate, the second schedule which goes ahead and gives you the export duty rate. Always remember, first schedule goes ahead and contains. Baba, when you see the schedule, you will be able to see how many columns are there. 5 columns are there. The first column is the tariff item. The second is the description of the goods. The third is the unit. The fourth is standard rate, and the fifth is the preferential rate of duty. Basically, rate of duty when you are getting the goods from preferential area. Always remember, classification means finding out the correct HSN code, and HSN code is 8-digit code which has been given to every traded item by the World Custom Organization. Sir, when we go ahead and do the classification, Baba, classification means going ahead and finding your correct HSN code, and HSN code you have to go ahead and find in 98 chapters which are given. The 98 chapters which are being divided into 21 section. So I am talking about schedule 1. Schedule 1 we have how many sections, everyone? 21 section. Now when we read the HSN code is 8 digit. The first two codes are your chapter number, the second two are your heading, the third two are your subheading, and the last two digits are your tariff item. When we go ahead and do the classification, we have to read the general rules of interpretation and do the classification, and we also should take care of what, everyone? Explanatory notes. Remember one thing, general rules of interpretation, we have how many rules, everyone? 6 rules are there. Rule number 1 which goes ahead and says the title of the section, section ka name, chapter ka name or sub-chapter are just for your ease of reference. They do not have any legal force. When you are going ahead and doing the classification for legal purpose, classification should always be done according to what? Terms of the heading, name of the heading has to be read, section or chapter ka notes have to be read, and accordingly you should go ahead and do the classification. When you are doing the classification, read the section ka note, chapter ka notes, heading ka name, and then to go ahead and do the classification. If unable to classify using this rule, then you have to apply rule number 2 to rule number 6. Sir, what do you mean by section notes and chapter notes? Section notes and chapter notes are given at the beginning of a section or chapter. Baba, they are a part of the statute and they have legal authority in determining the classification of the goods. When you are doing the classification of the goods, if you do the classification as per the section note, chapter notes, they have legal force. The next one is rule number 2, classification of incomplete, unfinished, unassembled, disassembled goods. Basically, in complete knockdown or semi knockdown form. Then, Baba, always remember, an heading includes an item complete, incomplete, unfinished, unassembled, or disassembled also. So, you have to go ahead and classify an incomplete, unfinished, unassembled, disassembled item and the heading of the complete article. Classify under the heading of the complete article. Heading always includes article incomplete, unfinished, unassembled, or disassembled unless the incomplete, unfinished, unassembled, disassembled item has the characteristic of the complete article. Car without seat will be car only. Dismantled cycle will be cycles only. The next one over here is, sir, rule number 2B, mixture or combination of material or substances. Always remember, article includes an item mixed or in pure form. For an example, gold jewelry, which is not being mixed with any other item, is still gold jewelry. Gold jewelry mixed with some other item is also gold jewelry only. Sir, coffee with chicory is still coffee. Milk with vitamins is still milk. Cornflakes with nuts is still cornflakes only. Are we clear, everyone? Cornflakes includes cornflakes which are not mixed with anything, or cornflakes mixed with nuts is also classifiable under cornflakes only. That is what they are telling. Classify under the main article. Heading always include mixture or combination of that material with other material or substances. Coffee with chicory is coffee. Natural rubber covers mixed with synthetic rubber also. Milk with vitamins is still milk. Cornflakes with nuts is still cornflakes. Always remember, rule number 3 over here is very important. If one product is classifiable under 2 or more headings, and Baba, if by applying 2B or for any other reason goods are classifiable under 2 or more heading, always remember, you will always go ahead and prefer specific heading over general heading. Always specific should be preferred over general. Leather bags should always be classified as bag. Electronic shaver should be classified as saver and not electronic item. TV should be classified as television and not electronic item. Remember, note, mixture or composite goods or item in a set, MCI, mixture or composite goods or item in a set, each heading will be treated as equally specific. Now, if all the headings are specific, you will always go ahead and apply what everyone? Essential character test in case of mixture, composite goods or item in a set. Mixture, composite goods classify as if they consist of what? Material or component giving it the essential character. Laptop loaded with software is still classified as laptop. Sir, you bought a book, along with the book one CD came, but still classified as book because book gives the essential character. Sir, I bought a software, along with the software one manual came. Classify as software because software gives the essential characteristics. The next one is, sir, if an item is classifiable under two or more heading and Baba specific over general rule is not applicable, essential character test also you are not able to apply, then apply what everyone? Later the better rule, which goes ahead and says if A or B is not applicable, two or more heading and all are specific, then please go ahead and classify in the numerical order, and whatever heading comes in the numerical order in the last heading, the later heading, you have to go ahead and classify that article. For example, Mahindra Imperio, which is there. If supposingly, I'll tell you only for not the exact one, but supposingly it is classifiable under 8705 and 8707 both. Then, sir, when will you classify? You will classify in the later wala heading. Classify under last heading in the numerical order. The next one over here is rule number 4. Rule number 4 says whenever an item you are not able to classify under any heading, basically there is no heading which is there, the heading only is not available, means rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4, you are not able to apply only, heading is only not there, then Baba please classify that item in the similar heading. Classify under the similar heading. It says generally applied when heading is unavailable, classify under similar goods ka heading. Similar goods ka heading which is there, you can go ahead and classify. For example, plastic film for car being classified under builder wares of plastic shutter. The next one over here is rule number 5. Packing cases, container or material. Always remember one thing, if camera, necklace, gun box, etc. drawing instrument ka cases are there, cases which are specifically shaped or fitted to contain specific article or set of article, they are suitable for long-term use or presented with the main article, please classify with the specific article. Are we clear, everyone? So camera with camera ka box is to be classified with camera, gun with gun ka box is to be classified with gun only. Are we all clear? Camera with camera box or camera ka case is to be classified along with camera, gun with gun ka box to be classified with gun only. But sir, always remember this rule is not applicable, means classify separately when durable container or are capable of repetitive use. So if you have any containers which are there which are capable of repetitive use, then it is to be classified separately. The next one is containers which give itself the whole essential characteristic. For an example, gold jewelry came in gold jewelry ka case, normal case, then it is to be classified along with jewelry. But gold jewelry came with container, the case which was there was diamond ka case. Array, the container or the case itself has its own characteristic to be classified separately. Gun with gold gun ka box, that girl ka box will be classified separately, gun will be classified separately. Are we clear, everyone? And if any article comes in a container which is to be repetitively used, then please classify the container separately. The next one over here is packing material or container of a kind which is normally used. For an example, you got from outside India mangoes. Mangoes came in a carton box. Remember one thing, it is presented with the goods. Please classify with the goods only. The next one over here is rule number 6, which says classification of subheading. Baba, how we went ahead and classified heading? The same way you should classify subheading also. They are telling apply terms of the subheading, read the name of the subheading, and then apply subheading ka notes which are there, and then apply rule number 1 to 5 mutates. Heading ke liye we learned rule number 1. Rule number 1 we learned wherein we have to do the classification as per the chapter notes, section ka notes, and Baba by reading the terms of the heading. Rule number 2, incomplete unfinished article, mixtures ke liye we read. Rule number 3 we read, which is specific over general, essential character test, and the last one is later the better. Rule number 3. And then rule number 4, Akin rule. Rule number 5, packing material, containers, etc. Rule number 6 says subheading ke liye also apply rule number, basically the previous rules which are there, rule number 1 to 5. Read the terms of the heading, then classify, plus subheading ka notes if there are anything, and then apply rule number 1 to 5 at mutates mutandis. Now over here, after the general rules of interpretation, to classify, you also need what, everyone? Explanatory note. There are 3 explanatory note. Always remember, whenever you are going ahead and classifying, explanatory note. Number 1, When they say dash, dash is the sub classification. So people, when you go ahead and see the custom tariff act, if I go ahead and show it to you, in the custom tariff act, you will be able to see over here one dash. Correct, everyone? What is this dash? This that dash is the subclassification of the immediately preceding heading is described as dash. What is dash dash? Dash dash is the subclassification of the heading which is described by what? Only one dash. Baba, double dash ka further classification is dash dash dash. And Baba, again if you have further classification, that will be dash 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 dash. Always remember one thing. What are they telling over here? Dash is the subclassification of the article covered by heading. Dash dash is the article subclassification of the immediately preceding article with dash. Dash 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 or dash 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 is the article, is the subclassification of what? Of the immediately preceding article with dash or dash dash. The next one over here is when they say percentage. What do you mean by percentage over here? Percentage of what? Percentage of the value of the goods under section number 14. Baba, duty shall be levied at such percentage on the value of the goods under section number 14. Sir, if one custom tariff act may supposingly preferential rate is not there, it means on my article duty will not come. No, Baba, you have to apply duty at standard rate applicable if preferential rate is unavailable. The next one is market or trade parallel theory. For an example, soft serve, which is given in McDonald's, is what, everyone? It is ice cream. Sir, Dabur Dant Manjan Lal. What is it, everyone? It is toothpaste and it is not Ayurvedic medicine. And hence, gourmet, Baba, in case of soft serve is what? Ice cream, and it is not other dairy product. McDonald's went ahead and told it is other dairy product. Court told it is not other dairy product. As per the common understanding of customer and trade, it is ice cream to be classified as ice cream. So, Baba, whenever court has any problem, if product is not defined in schedule and section and chapter notes in the custom tariff act, it should be classified according to its common understanding by trade or dealers or consumer. For an example, soft serve in McDonald's is ice cream and not other dairy product. Dabur Dant Manjan Lal is toothpaste and it is not a Ayurvedic medicine. Are we clear, everyone? The next one over here is project import. Project import, custom tariff act, heading number 9801. It is concessional rate which is charged on project import. Project import means import can be for a new project or substantial expansion of a project which is greater than equal to 25% of the existing project. Project can be industrial project, irrigation project, power project, mining project, oil exploration project, which is, or any project which is notified by the central government. Currently, the notified projects are metro project, monorail project, airport development projects, etc. Sir, what are the eligible imports I can get under project import? All the machineries, instrument, apparatus and equipment, ancillary auxiliary equipment, component and raw material required for the initial setup or expansion. Spares also can be bought. Other raw material and consumable for the maintenance of project and plant and project ka maintenance ke liye, if you are getting some raw material and consumable, that will be only 10% of the value of the goods. Treatment, all the imports to be classified under 9801. One rate of basic custom duty will be applicable. Social welfare surcharge which is 10% and IGST at the rate of 18%. Now on the right hand side you have over here one small question which they go ahead and ask in the exam sometime. Standard unit of quantity. What do you mean by standard unit of quantity? It's a unit of measure. It is a unit of measure. It is prescribed in column number 3 of the 1, 2, 3 of the custom tariff act. You will be able to see in the third column. It facilitates the collection, comparison, analysis of trade statistics. Very important line. If by chance they ask you, have to remember, it facilitates the collection, comparison, and analysis of trade statistics. Unit is indicated by abbreviation like G for grams, not G for genius, G for grams, U for numbers, etc. Are we clear, everyone? Here I am done with a quick revision of your small and sweet chapter of classification of goods. Sir, what kind of a chapter it is? You can call it B graded or C graded kind of a chapter. One small 2 to 3 mark question they can go ahead and ask in the exam. Sir, what kind of a question they can ask? Rule number 2, there can be a small question. The standard unit you can go ahead and expect might be a small 2 mark question. Rule number 3, very, very important. C graded chapter ka A graded question can come out of rule number 3. Then packing material wala chapter point which is there is also very important. Remember, packing materials which are capable of repetitive use always to be classified separately. Done, everyone? The next one, market parallels or trade parallels theory, they can go ahead and ask you a small question. And project import, you can have a small question. So please be very careful. One is rule number 2, rule number 3. Then we have rule number 5, which is there. Standard unit, I told you, market parallels, and I told you project imports. Other than that, also no, these explanatory notes which are there, because 3 mark 3 explanatory note wherever they can give. Correct, everyone? So please be very careful about it. I'll go ahead and close my revision on the chapter of classification of goods.